Hey you guys, let's do a Amazon haul and have a relaxing evening tonight. Here's the gum I'm chewing tonight, by the way. Icebreakers, ice cubes. I've gotten many repeat items that I'd like to talk to you about. Since it's the beginning of the year, I know a lot of us are thinking about health, and these are things that you can have in your own home to help you and your family be healthy during this lockdown time, and especially if you're in a state or an area where the hospitals are overcrowded and they're not accepting patients, or you have to wait in an ambulance like up to 8 hours before you get admitted. You may really need to seriously think about taking care of yourself at home. So I wanted to share a few of those tips with you here today in my Amazon haul. Now, first, let's do some fun stuff. 2 fun little books for the grandkids. Peppa in Space, Peppa Pig, cute. And Little Critter Just Cramp on Me. I'm getting a lot of these books for the grandkids, reading these books to them. Look at all these titles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 24 or 25 different books. They're just $4 or $5. And did I show you guys my Dolly Parton book? And if I did, I apologize, but remember I got my husband a Dolly Parton gift for Christmas. He wanted a Dolly Parton DVD with her shows and singing and music. She's big on reading, and she published this book after her song, you know, that coat of many colors. Listen to this. This is just an idea of how touching the words are. Although we had no money, I was as rich as I could be in my coat of many colors that my mama made for me. Oh my goodness. It's a heartwarming tale for young readers and their families. Dolly Parton's childhood. I'm going to read that to the grandkids. These replacement heads. You know that flawless shaver like face trimmer? You may be able to find these replacement heads anywhere, but I've only found them on Amazon. And these sterile alcohol prep pads. You can find these at Target, Walmart, anywhere. You can find these little packs of 100. We just buy them in bulk. Amazon. It's a better buy. You get like 20 or 25 boxes. It's a better buy. And then you have them forever. I was just getting irritated. It seemed like every time we went to Walmart or Target, I was buying these, but and these little bandaids. This is crazy. You know, these little teeny tiny band-aids. I can't find them anywhere. Like, maybe people don't use them anymore, but I sure know I do, because bigger than beans. If I don't get ready to do a video and I've got a new something on my hand, a scratch or scrape, these are so convenient. If you can find them locally, it'd probably be a better price, but for me, these are like a total lifesaver for when I do videos. And I notice my husband, when he shaving problem areas, he puts that on his neck, just for little problem areas. Repeat item, best pill crusher. I used to be able to find this in stores. I can't anymore. Kind of pricey on Amazon, $9. Best pill crusher I've come across. And again, when you're stuck at home and you need to take care of yourself during this COVID crisis, whether it's a child or a senior citizen and they can't swallow, you want to be able to crush up something and put it in yogurt or applesauce, trust me. You just don't want to have a panic moment and be unprepared. And this comes apart. It also cuts. It cuts pills. You can use it as a little drinking cup. You turn it upside down. You store pills in there. It does like 4 or 5 different things. I would definitely have this on hand at this time. The other thing, this you can find, I go back and forth. Sometimes Walmart has a better buy, and sometimes Amazon. These baby bear aspirins, again, during this COVID crisis, and you think someone's having a heart attack or a stroke. For adults, you're allowed to take 4 of these at a time, twice a day. So it's like 3:20 in the morning and 3:20 at night. Be sure you chew them. They start to work faster. Depending on your health conditions, you may not be able to take that much aspirin at one time. Please check with your doctor. But I just have a desire to want to tell you guys about all these little things. I do not see that 2021 has been better so far with this COVID. We're going to see a few more spikes. Hospitals, they're going to be worse. Ambulance availability is going to be worse, and it's going to be up to us in our own homes to take care of ourselves. So check with your doctor before using aspirin, of course. Check Walmart. They might have a better buy. These 2 items, you guys. This is an Oxymeter. Oxy, OXIMETER. It shows your oxygen level and your heartbeat. So your oxygen should never be, see it up here, that's the oxygen, should never be below 91. And your heartbeat should never be like over 100. 3 times a day, my husband and I use this. Again, you could probably get it cheaper at Walmart. This is another one also. This is the cheapest model. I would stay away from the cheapest model. I would go to the next one up. But it's up to you. And so you just keep your eye on everything. And if you move around, or if the person has just been, doing a lot of stuff, the numbers change. So see how mine went up to 76. So you just need to be quiet and be still to get a good reading. And even though where you live, I say that the hospitals are fine, don't worry. we're here in Ventura County and everything's fine, but LA County is terrible. So all the people who can't get into an LA hospital are coming to Ventura County. So just don't believe what you're hearing on the news. Just wake up every day thinking you're going to have to fend for yourself, just to be safe. And here's another oxygen booster secret of mine. Again, ask your doctor. B12. Do your research on how B12 helps to oxygenate your blood. This is the B12 we get. Be sure to get the methyl. It's a better form than there's another form that starts with a C. I wouldn't get that one. And then this tablet, the L-arginine and L-citrulline complex, again, supplies nitric oxides somehow to your blood, which helps oxygenate your blood. Check with your doctor. Just don't do what I say to do, because I'm not a medical person. I'm just your everyday Mary Hartman, housewife at home. But this is what I've researched for myself and my family. They're finding that the lungs are the worst affected. And I just found out yesterday that even when you're done with COVID, the lungs don't seem to recover as well or as quickly. So any way you can help oxygenate your blood, in my opinion, is helpful. Okay. Something help. Another helpful bit of advice. In my opinion, I do not think earbuds are healthy. So if you go to Walmart and Target and you can't find the old-fashioned headphones, you can get these Panasonic on on Amazon. The price changes $6, $7, or $8. These are the ones for adults. I have a Maxell pair. I'll show you in a moment. They're cheaper, perfect for kids. They're that small. You can make the headset that small for kids. But again, do your research and rethink the earbud thing. I don't know. So, again, that's my own personal opinion. And everybody, I've mentioned this before, should have a blood pressure monitor in your home. This does the blood pressure, and it also monitors the heartbeat, and it has a little symbol if it's an irregular heartbeat. We use this 2 to 3 times a day. This exact same model you can find in Walmart for like 30-some bucks. Again, both of these, the blood pressure machine and the oxymeter, the finger monitor. Although CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid may sell them, not near as reasonably priced as Walmart. And while I'm talking about blood pressure, if you're a sleep apnea person, this is how it goes. This is what I've noticed in our immediate family with nearby relatives. People with sleep apnea just say, oh, it's not a big deal. But what happens is your blood pressure goes up. And then if it's still untreated, then your heart starts having irregular heartbeats. Then you have a stroke. So I just want to talk to you people that snore or suspect you have sleep apnea. You really need to address it because it's a slow sequence of events. The sleep apnea, untreated, leads to high blood pressure, untreated, leads to possible irregular heartbeat, which leads to stroke. So please, and if you have a chubby neck, I do not have sleep apnea, and research has shown people with a neck, a turkey neck, or chubby neck, or any kind of fat accumulated in the neck area, are more prone to sleep apnea than others. So this is just food for thought, not to scare anybody, but this is the information that I've come up with in my research. So I can't tell you how many times I always have these little bare aspirin bottles in the car. But of course that's not wise because it gets hot in the car, but I still always throw one in the glove box, in my purse, in the kitchen, in the bathrooms. And this ultrafine, I want to talk to you about the ultrafine Sharpie marker. If you have to do any kind of a urine sample test or a small tube sample test, they put these teeny tiny stickers on. And if you think you're going to be able to write with a ballpoint pen, you can forget it. You don't want to get in a panic mode. You can find these ultrafine markers anywhere. We just buy them in bulk on Amazon. My husband does urine samples. I do different samples. And every time, if you try to write on those stickers with a ballpoint pen, forget it. You really need a teeny tiny head and a permanent marker. So I'm just telling you ahead of time so you don't have a panic moment. Stuck at home with COVID. A fun item. These pillowcases, they're so nice. They have an extra tuck inside. So when you put the pillow in, and it won't fall out, it has like an extra tuck that once the pillow gets in, you tuck that extra tuck under it, and it doesn't slide out. Love these things. Utopia. And also the other pillowcases that I love to use in the guest bedroom and extra pillows or for, although again, with COVID, we don't anticipate visitors soon in the near future. These gold textiles, these are just like the hotel rooms. They're crisp and perfect. So I like to use these pillowcases for people when they come over. Gold textiles. It's just funny every time I see these pillowcases. It just it's like puts me in a happy mode, like we're in a crisp, clean, fancy hotel room. They're that nice. Okay, so another thing to help. Always we have this odorless garlic. We take it daily, 2 to 3 times a day. It's an excellent help to keep blood pressure low. Do your research, but possibly before you have to go on blood pressure pills, you may want to try this. Unless you want to eat real garlic all day, but that's no fun. So do your research on how garlic helps lower blood pressure. And this is kind of like a natural pain reliever. It's a turmeric curcumin capsule. Depending on how bad your pain is. I tried this for my arthritis, but unfortunately my arthritis was too bad and I needed a prescription pain pill. Also omega-3 capsules help for pain also. But again, do your research because you don't want to overdose on any of the supplements, because using too much of any supplement can be just as harmful as a medication. And I want to remind you about this gallbladder formula. You can get this off Amazon, but this Dr. Berg has a wonderful YouTube channel and a wonderful website full of health products. Do your research about this, but if you don't have a gallbladder, you may need help with your digestion. I thought, and this is the extra strength, I thought that perhaps I had a gallbladder issue. So I wanted to take this to see if I felt better. I didn't feel better. So I don't suggest you take this if you don't have a gallbladder issue. I may revisit this for myself later, but as for right now, I just wanted to mention that people without gallbladders, the hospital or the doctors, they don't tell you anything about this. So I want to give you a heads up. He's so wonderful with health information that we never get from doctors or hospitals. And again, for cholesterol, if you have a cholesterol issue and they tell you you have to take a prescription pain pill, a prescription cholesterol pill, you can buy this on Amazon, or this may have come from Sprouts. This red yeast rice, twice a day, one tablet twice a day, or just one tablet once a day. But you may want to research this in case you're taking a prescription, or they tell you to take a prescription cholesterol pill. You may want to start with this, but again, do your research. You always want to listen to your doctor, but also you always want to be educated so you can talk to him about something and see if perhaps you can change his prescription, that maybe he'll let you try the over-the-counter before a prescription. And cholesterol pills have a tendency to make your muscles stiff, so you always have to be careful when taking cholesterol medication if you're not feeling well in your legs. Potassium from Amazon, or also local health food store. A reminder not to take too much potassium. You do need potassium to keep a healthy blood pressure. Without potassium, we have issues, and as adults, we don't get enough potassium. One banana just really isn't enough for adults. But again, please do your research, but be sure to be extra cautious. My husband started taking too much potassium. We noticed his heart was going a little funny on our oxymeter. We're so thankful for that little oxymeter, so we've cut down on potassium and he's just fine. So please be careful with your potassium. Like I always say, do your research. Same with the zinc. At the beginning of COVID, we started taking double the zinc capsules, and we forgot to stop. So, again, be sure you don't overdose with the zinc, because too much zinc, then it robs your body, then something happens with your copper and all your other vitamins and minerals get weird. But zinc is a wonderful mineral to take to ward off flu and cold symptoms. It's wonderful for your immune system. Just don't take too much. So I want to show you some items I did get on Amazon, but were sent away to others. Here's those little Maxell headphones I was telling you about. Perfect for children. They're that small. And all this wonderful, warm, positive blanket. It has positive healing words on it, but you can get it. A bunch of different colors. It's so soft and warm. It's like you're wrapped up in a cloud. And I got this toy. He loves this thing. I do believe this is the remote control toy. And loves this thing for hours and hours. It also comes in green. And here's I've got the same child, the same toy. Like a science kind of a thing. He really loved it. I've never seen this anywhere other than Amazon, but I'm not into all the kids' toys right now. There's those. I told you we got a big bag of gummy bears. They even come like in 25-pound bags. Oh, it's really something. And Peppa Pig, Peppa and George, sending to the grandkids, you know, with the Peppa book, so I can read them the Peppa storybook and they can have their Peppa character dolls. I've been reading them storybooks, making videos for them and sending them. It's been fun. They live out of state. And there's Grandpa and me, there's that book. I sent that to them, or I'm sending that to them, and this one also. And so the idea is I get the stuffed toy and the book, make a video, and then send the book and the stuffed toy to the grandkids, so that when it arrives, I say, okay, well, here's another video from Grandma, so they can be sitting there with the book and the stuffed dolls and me reading to them. I just thought I'd share that in case any of you were missing some of your little ones. That's something you can be doing during this